What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Electrobraap. Tonight we're in the pop-up shop, getting our COVID video sessions on, trying to keep up with the content. And we got something new behind me that I just got in, that I've been doing some testing on, and I really want you guys to see it. It's like an electric mountain bike? Dirt bike. Dirt bike? It's made by Denzel. It's called the Samurai, and it frickin' kicks ass. Let's check it out. Alright, so we're in the pop-up. We got the red shift behind us, Electron right there. We're moving stuff around in the garage, and so it ends up in the pop-up sometimes. We've been re-greasing all the linkage on the red shift, and actually after like over 100 hours, it looks pretty good. So that was good news. But behind us, I got this Denzel Samurai. So Denzel Motors sent me this bike, and they wanted me to, basically give it a review, test it out, see what it's all about, and kind of share it with you guys. And so here we are. It's actually not a bad looking bike. So this thing is made out of carbon fiber. Oh yeah, I broke my pinky finger. Don't worry about that. So the frame is carbon fiber. The swing arm is carbon fiber. And you'll notice that the motor is under the swing arm, so it's kind of an interesting design choice. A lot of stuff on this bike has interesting design choices. So this here is a basically foot peg instead of a foot peg, if you know what I mean. And I think that's because they adapted this from an electric mountain bike, and then this would be like where the bottom bracket goes, so they put these on there. It actually doesn't bother me for the kind of bike that it is. You'll notice it's got D&M suspension. It's actually a decent brand of suspension for mountain bikes. It does dampen and rebound really well. It's all adjustable. The quality's there. It looks nice. It works well. Same thing on the front. It's got the Volcano, I guess 35s. Preload adjustment, rebound adjustment, billet, anodized headset, nice bars on it. Got this headlight. There used to be a fender here, but Electro had a little mishap like he does. You'll see that in a video because I did take this thing out and ride it, so we'll show you kind of what this thing can do. You'll notice it's also got basically mountain bike hubs, mountain bike brakes, hydro brakes though nonetheless, so they do have really good stopping power. This thing only weighs about 90 pounds. It's got a 40 amp hour battery, 72 volts, and is rated I think at 4 or 5,000 watts. And I'm pumping about 50 or 60 amps in it, so that's about right. And you can adjust all of that stuff because it has a Bluetooth programmable Kelly controller. All you got to do is get the Android app. You can change all the parameters of it. Not advised if you don't know what you're doing, but if you do, you can kind of juice it up a little bit, and that's pretty cool. You'll also notice another interesting design choice is that it has foot pegs for your passenger on the swing arm. Although I don't know where else you would put it, so I guess that makes as much sense as it can. It's got a fairly small chain. This was concerning to me, but after about 10 hours of use, I haven't had any issues, or well, I can't say that, but I haven't had any chain snapping going on. It has gotten quite loose, but I beat the living crap out of it, so that's to be expected. A little bit of chain stretch doesn't bother me. So back here, all the mounting points for this kind of thing are metal integrated into this carbon fiber swing arm. This is metal here. These points are metal, but the rest of the stuff is composite. You can hear it. It is definitely at least composite. They say it's carbon fiber, and to be honest with you, I believe them. Retail on this, about $4 grand shipped. Not bad. Oh, and these tires. So they're like a cross between like a road bike and a mountain bike, like a dirt tire. And I have to say, that's primarily what I've been doing with this thing, is I've been riding it in the bike lane, stealth-like, and it doesn't really seem to catch too much attention. So it's really kind of perfect for that. It's it has the form factor of a mountain bike, or at least close enough that people, they might look at it because it is kind of bizarre looking, but they don't, it doesn't raise their brow. They don't get upset. They don't think I'm doing anything I'm not supposed to be doing, which is fantastic because it's super fast. And definitely not a mountain bike. It's totally a motorcycle at this point, but nobody seems to care. You just kind of cruise down the bike lane. Oh yeah, don't mind me. And then vroom, you're off onto the trail and ripping, shooting rooster tails. So super fun actually, and super stealth. This is the key, right? So that's my cast hand. So it has like a nice feel to it. It does have actually a nice firm click, if I could do it. So this is basically an alarm system, believe it or not. It is fully alarmed. You can arm it. Okay, maybe you can't arm it. Oh, that's because it's on. So you can disarm it or turn it off. So this disarm button basically is standby mode. Then you can arm it back to standby, on, which is a double press. And then back to standby, on. Okay? So this is pretty cool. There's no physical key, so do not lose this, because you will not be able to start your bike without it. But, you know, if you're trying to go to a mini mart or something like that, it's actually quite useful. I stop, go get my, you know, Rockstar, my Crunch Mini Donuts, and I arm the bike, and I don't have to worry about anyone stealing it. And if they try and move it, it locks the rear tire. So that's pretty cool, right? Because they try and take it, and it just starts dragging the rear tire. The alarm goes off like crazy. It's kind of cool. On the bars, you got your horn. Beep, beep. Headlight. Turn signals. Regenerative braking. So this is basically like a very controllable progressive rear brake is what it ends up being, and it's super nice actually. I like it more than the regular rear brake. And then you also got cruise control over here and a speed limiter switch here. Well, now why would you want a speed limiter switch? Well, if you were trying to register this in California or any other state as an electric moped, which somebody might do, you need to go under 30 miles an hour at full speed or at full throttle. With the programmable Kelly controller, you could use the speed limiter switch to set it to 30 miles an hour. And then you could get past that regulation. You have all these other things that you're supposed to have, like turn signals and this and that. Probably have to put some mirrors on here. But you could do it. I think you could register this as a moped. So even better as if it was totally street legal, right? Don't know if we're going to try it, but I think it's definitely possible if you're thinking of it. So I actually took this thing for a ride not too long ago and got some footage. So let's check that out before we get on to the next portion of this video. So we're here with the Denzel Samurai. This thing's like a mountain bike. If you want to check it out, there it is. It's like an electric mountain bike, no pedals though. So it's a composite chassis, supposedly carbon fiber. It's hard to see because it's painted, but it's very light, weighs maybe 90 pounds. Pretty powerful for what it is. And the suspension's D&M mountain bike suspension, so it actually dampens fairly well. And I just got it in, and so we're going to test it out and see what it'll do so far off camera. Been having a blast with it. It's a fun little bike. It's kind of got weird. It's a weird thing. This is, let me just preface this by saying this is a weird thing. There's nothing really like it in the States. These guys are using like foot pegs, and it's just different, but for what it is, it's super fun. Thing is like super nimble, like compared to a freaking dirt bike, you know. I'm not a mountain bike guy, so I can't really compare it to a mountain bike, but I can't really fairly compare it to a dirt bike either. But for someone that don't know squat about mountain bikes, this thing's kind of amazing. Gets the wheel up. And it gets the wheel up. Got old Retro Banana here on the Retro Banana. Yes. Nice. Yes. Hill climb mountain bike. I love. Really fun. It's a good little bike. Super nimble. Can't get over how nimble it is. It only weighs 90 pounds, so. Oh God! Where am I going? Go, go, go! It's pretty sick, right? It mobs. It freaking mobs. And here's the thing. I can't lie. This thing's weird, man. It's super weird. Is it an Alta? Hell no. It's not supposed to be, though. If you could compare it to anything, I guess you could compare it to a sur-ron. But even then, that's not fair. A sur-ron has zero street ability compared to this. At least in California. This thing is almost ready for you to register it as a moped. I damn near think you could get away with it just as it sits, with a little bit of tweaking in the controller. With that being said, it doesn't draw much attention either. It's much more streetable, much more stealth. So for that reason, I super like it. You couldn't just mob this thing, a sur-ron down the street, go through the bike lane and not draw attention. This thing doesn't seem to bother anybody. And that's one of the best parts about it, is how stealth it is. So performance is there, stealthness is there, uniqueness is there. I think it's really cool. If you want to see more about it, the technical specifications, the different color options, and the other things that Denzel Motors has, check out eastgem.net. I'll put a link in the description below. Electro approved. this thing's the shit. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, you want to see videos about the Ultra Redshift MXR, you want to see videos about the world's fastest electric Grom, Project Electron, please do subscribe. That's all I got for tonight. So as always, until next time, Electro out.